time and again, there's a consistency to the message. There's a consistency to literally the award itself, but the shock and the surprise and the joy of the other teachers along with the recipient is pretty special. You know, these teachers, when they receive this award, they are very humbled, they are surprised, but their fellow teachers are just excited as all heck. And that sharing of an award and that recognition that the Milken Awards brings is, well, it's one of a kind. You know, I heard it said today that it was the Oscars for teaching, and it is. I've told folks, and I told the story today, a former governor who was a governor before me here in South Dakota when we would go to a banquet or to any kind of a ceremony, you know, we talk about science and we talk about math. We talk about, you know, learning that part of it. But when we really want to impress our friends, or if we really want to impress, you know, a guest coming in, we bring out and we entertain them with our artists and our musicians. Well, today, Albert Hermity Horses happened to have been a chorus and band instructor who was integrating the culture of right down here in Mission, South Dakota, and doing it in such a fashion that the kids could understand not just the importance of music, but recognizing that it's a huge part of their culture as well. So this was a really special time, and that's what I liked about it. Bill Janklow was right. When we want to impress people, it's not just the science, the math, and the engineering. It's also the arts and the science. You know, I've had the opportunity to think about the number of different educators that made a difference in my life. Go all the way back to first grade and Sister Jeremy, who is still with us today. Sister Jeremy was a first grade teacher in a parochial school, St. Joseph School in Pierre, South Dakota. To this day, she still calls me Michael. But she was the one that basically instilled the discipline that said you have to learn, you have to work at it. But there are others along the way as well, and you know, you get on the line and you think about the folks that you had in middle school. I had a Mrs. Galhouse who recognized and who was very patient with teenage boys and girls during that 8th grade year. And she became kind of a mentor, but she was also kind of a counselor in a way as well. A guy by the name of Larry Lundeen, who was a coach for me in cross country, and the fact that he worked with young men and he did his best to keep us in line and to work with us, but he was a math teacher as well. And he was one of the guys you could go to when you didn't understand things, and he would work his way through. He always had patience. Another coach, Don Shields, who taught me that you just focus on what you have to do. And then finally, I think there's one other message out there that I think about any of these instructors. Every one of them loved the art, the sense of actually making a difference in a person's life. They didn't just teach a class, they taught individuals in the class. And each individual would be made to feel special and important with those particular teachers that can be selected in the future as Milken Award nominees.